So this is the outside of Foothill Trail. Foothill Trail is a property we purchased as a pre-foreclosure. I mean, this property was about to get sold on the courthouse steps, and we actually stopped the foreclosure 3 days prior to that action taking place. Now, the owners of the property were behind several months on this deal, and what we were able to do is take over the property subject to the existing mortgage and catch up a few of the back payments. And by doing that, not only were we able to save the property, but we were also able to save the owner's credit. She was able to move out of this property and kind of move on with life, and we released that burden from her. So what we're doing now is we're finishing up the renovation aspect of this property, and once the renovation is 100% done, once we get it sold, it'll be completely removed off first credit report, and we'll be able to make a profit on this thing. Her underlying loan on this property is $91,000. This property appraised at $169,000, and you know, once we get this all done, I truly believe that we'll be able to get that exact top end appraisal price of $169,000 for this home. It's currently a 4-bedroom, 2-bath. She had actually converted the previous owner actually converted the garage into a storage area, so we're going to convert that garage area back into an actual garage. And we've painted the outside, re-roofed the top, touched up the gutters, and did a lot of other work. We're still doing some new landscaping. We're going to be doing the steps and so forth on this property, but once this product is completely done, we believe we'll be able to sell this thing relatively quick. It's in a premier area, Lasser School District, and as you can see, they're wonderful neighbors that live in this area. So what we'll do is we'll get you back over here right before we put this thing to market, and you'll be able to see the end product of this house, and we'll hope you enjoy it and appreciate what we've done. Okay, so this is one of the bathrooms that we actually did. We did some tile work in this property. As you can see, this is all done, and this is a hall bath. We're filing up some things in here, but when the product is completely done, I think everyone will be pretty impressed on the way. The last stage right now, I'm actually meeting with Kathy Nielsen. And Kathy, what's the name of your company?
Georgia Interior Solutions.
Okay, and Kathy is actually one of the most important people on my team because she allows the investors or the buyers of the properties to go from being logical to emotional. And she does that by doing some fantastic staging in our properties. And I'll tell you right now, every property we staged with Kathy has sold really quickly. Kathy, I was just wondering if you can kind of show me a little bit of what you plan on doing here.
Sure.
If you don't mind.
Let's go ahead and start with the kitchen since we're in here.
Okay.
We'll go ahead and add a round table with 4 chairs. Okay. We'll bring in some accessories for the countertop. Okay. Again, it's about them emotionally connecting to the home.
Yep.
And here we'll add a dining room table.
All right.
And we've got a unique shaped living room, which buyers I think are going to like. My job will be to actually emphasize how much real estate we actually have in this living room. Okay. So positioning of the furniture is going to be key, but also bringing in furniture and adding plants and lamps and art and greenery, all that's going to help. Okay, great. And are you planning on doing anything in the master bedroom? Yep, we're going to add a queen headboard, queen bed set, 2 nightstands, a chest, lamps, and again, art. The bedding will make a huge difference. Okay. And what do you think you're going to be doing over in a family room area? In the family room, we're going to make sure that it looks just like a family room. We don't want to leave buyers guessing. So we'll add a sofa, chairs, plants, art, etc., and it will look fantastic. Okay. Let me ask you this, Kathy. I know you've been dealing with and working with a few other investors in the business. What have your investors' feedback? What are their feedback been about staging their properties compared to when they were trying to sell properties without staging them? What have you been getting back? It's an interesting question. In fact, I got this question yesterday from another investor that I'm working with. And within the Atlanta market, and actually across the country, what we've got going on is more investors are realizing the value that staging provides to a property. So many more investors are actually doing it because, again, it shortens the time that home spends on the market. So the savings is tremendous in comparison to the small investment that you spend up front to have it staged.
You have my testimony on that. I totally agree with you.
So more and more homes are actually getting staged by investors,
Okay.
which makes sense.
So you totally agree that the main reason that everyone is doing this is to really get everyone to become emotional, the buyers to become emotional when they enter a home. They can really see themselves living here as opposed to seeing an empty house. And sometimes you're just unable to paint the picture that you need to paint in order to make that buyer a buyer.
Yep. The problem with vacant homes is that they have 4 walls.
That's right.
And most people are visual. And when we add those furniture and the accessories in, it just makes a huge difference in terms of how it is that they can emotionally connect to it. So it's critically important.
Okay. Well, I'm excited about showing everyone the final product on this property. Next time we have you over here, we'll be taping a final walkthrough of the way this house looks like once the staging and everything is in it. And everyone at that point will be able to see the after effects of just the renovation on this project and Kathy's staging, and we'll let you know exactly how everything progresses from that point on. So thanks for joining us, and we'll see you later.